into it. So, cheers, McQueer. It's got a pretty good taste. I've never heard of that shit. I don't think. Let me look at it real quick. Weeded bourbon,
Yeah,
redemption.
wasn't sure. I don't think I'd ever tried a weeded bourbon, so I figured it'd be worth a shot.
Yeah.
See what it'd be about.
So, I guess I know I spoke to you a couple days ago about just having
Get off
something
your
to
chest.
say type shit. So I'm gonna explain it the best way I can without rambling too much, and you have to excuse me if I do. It's stuff that I think about all the time, but I ain't really voiced. I have with like you and shit here and there. You'll know most of this shit to an extent. There's a lot I don't, and I'm not guaranteeing I'm gonna talk about everything because I don't like. It's not, it's hard to. But uh, one of the original points of us starting this podcast was to also cover men's health, mental health in general, not just with men, um, but just being open and honest. And it's something that's like one of the things that like fucks with me. Like I don't speak about too much because like I don't feel that I've accomplished enough to sit here and try to tell somebody how to accomplish it. Even though I've had tons of people in my life, including you being one, tell me that it's kind of bullshit. Like, but I hold myself. I'm my own worst enemy, So I know that I'm hard as fuck on myself, and But anyways, like, so it's. I know there's a lot of motivational people. I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker or nothing like that, technically, but like at the same time, just through the words that I hear from people, it might be good. We got 10 followers right now. I don't expect a lot of people to hear it, but even if it's one person out of that 10 that hears some shit that it might benefit them, I guess it's worth saying. If we're gonna do this, we might as well fucking do it, right?
Yes, sir.
And coming from an average human being, I ain't nobody. You know what I mean? I'm just out here struggling like the rest of us. I'm doing good, a lot better than where I come from. So maybe it is something I should say, type shit. So ultimately, it's a little bit of that, a little bit of other shit. It's just, man, like I never really knew that I had a fucked up life until I got around people that didn't have as fucked up lives as me, and I tell them stories, and they were like stories that I think are like just completely normal shit, and people, including my wife and shit, are just like, bro, it's not really how life's supposed to go for a 12-year-old man.
Yeah, we've had some of those conversations.
Yeah, and it's through that it really honestly made me start looking at my life more. Not that I like was completely ignorant to the fact that shit I was going through wasn't really what a lot of people were going through, but the way I grew up, kinda, it was to an extent. Um, but like one thing I won't never do is give up. Uh, and it is confident as I might come across to some people as or whatever the fuck, and I am confident. I rely on that shit, but I'm not always confident. There's days that I want to fucking give up, bro. There's days that shit just keeps weighing up on me, and some things are just out of your control. You know, I have a saying that I've always tried to live my life by, and that's remembering that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% your reaction to it. It's shit happens to people, and it's easy to look at somebody that's successful, somebody that's up there, you know what I mean, and say that, oh fuck this person, he got all that money, why don't he share it, blase blase, the common shit that goes around. And it's easy to look at somebody that did grow up, you know what I mean. There's plenty of people, for examples, that you know didn't have to go through crazy shit, and it's easy for people to look at that person and say fuck them, and they got hatred towards them because they grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth type shit, or they had a handout, and people talk shit about them, but I guarantee you if you were offered the spot to switch places with them, bitch, you ain't gonna hesitate. So, and I know that everybody that I know that's grinding, I'm trying to put my kids in that position. You know what I'm saying? Like that position people talk shit about, bitch. That's where I'm trying to put my kids. I want my kids to be them spoiled, not spoiled. My kids are gonna know value, but I'm not trying to make my kids go through what I went through, bro. That's ignorant. It's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? That's the last thing I want. But it's just being open about the shit, man, and like shit's hard, bro. Like I said before, when I just fucking quit everything I was doing, working for people, and just, you know, dumped everything I had, credit wise, money wise, just dumped it into a plan, a little plan that I just came up with, a dream, my own business. And I've told you, that there's plenty of times when I started, bro, I didn't have, every month I started at zero. I didn't have, you know what I mean? I had to come up with the money for my mortgage, come up with the money for car payments, all that shit. It's rough. And there's a lot of people that do it. And I think that there's a lot of people that do it and don't talk about the middle part a lot. There's people that get to a high rate of success, and mostly their message is just grind. And that's a great message, but at the same time, you have to be real with people. Shit's not fucking easy, bro. Shit's gut wrenching. It's not for the faint of heart. I can tell you that right now. Trying to be fair, because I'm a fair person. I try to take care of people while I'm taking care of myself. Shit. So it's a juggling act. And one of the reasons I bring that up is because I heard it discussed a couple times on the Joe Rogan Experience, but for the most part, it was applied to majorly successful people, and it's something called imposter syndrome. So like I said, for the most part, that was always applied in their conversations towards highly successful people. But with one guest he had on, they really broke that shit down. And up until that point, I felt these things, bro, but they didn't describe it the same way. So it was crazy to me, because it's that point where, like, and I do the shit, bro. I spend a lot of time by myself in that truck, man. I go out, I work every day by myself for the most part. And I underbid jobs sometimes. I have, because I'm not trying to hit nobody in the head, but I definitely deserved more than what I got, because I put out work that's worthy of that price. But at the same time, to me, it's like, man, who the fuck am I? You know what I mean? Like, that's that imposter syndrome. Like, I don't deserve this. Like, I'm not worthy of this shit. Like, I just dumped a couple $1,000s into some shit, created a name and all this, and now I'm a business. And that's a fucked up way to look at it, but it happens to me, bro. It happens to a lot of people. And I just want, like I said, if it does benefit anybody, just understand that shit does happen to everybody, because I know I'm worth it. I provide great services. I have a dream, and my dream doesn't include just me and my family eating, trying to feed other families, you know what I mean? Eventually, shit could take 5 years, shit could take 10 years, shit could take 15 years, could take 1 year. I don't know yet. I just grind, and I know what my end goal is. I'm not worried about a timeline. I just like to ride with it, let it go. But at the same time, I get anxiety because it's not here tomorrow, and that's something that I have to control myself, because I get fucking, like, when shit doesn't work out, there's time, like, I get hard because I got people to support now. You know what I mean? It's not just me. So I get fucking down on myself, bro. And if I don't catch myself, I'll fall into a fucking hole, and I'll beat on myself, and I won't stop. And most of the time, it's my wife that she knows what I'm doing to myself. She'll just do little things, you know what I mean, to remind me. You know what I mean? I think she don't think I noticed that shit, but I do. It's just hard. It's hard to explain what goes in my mind, and it's hard to just lay that out. But there's a lot, because as you know how I came up for the most part, bro. You know a good portion of it. It wasn't easy. I was homeless when I was 19. Just got out of prison on my 17th birthday. I'm proud as fuck of myself, but at the same time, I don't think I've done enough. So it's this balance that I have to find, like, of accepting the fact that I'm here. Because one of the things that fucks me up is like, and I don't want this to sound arrogant or nothing like that, but it's like I pretty much have accomplished all the goals that I had when I didn't have shit, and now I don't like it. I'm just in this. I'm not. I don't want to say that I'm in a rut because I'm not. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm pushing. I'm grinding, but at the same time, I'm in a rut because it's like, all right, what are my next goals? Because I don't want to set nothing. You know, it's just. I'm in that spot where, all right, bitch, it's time to let's get this shit together. What's the next steps? Where are we going? You know what I mean? And I pretty much have it mapped out, but it's different. I've never been in this position. I've never been like, I've never been in this position, bro. Like I said, I was homeless when I was 19. I grew up with a lot of people that was in the same position as me, and they're the same age as me right now. Clearly, that that gave in. They're still in that same spot that we was in together when we was in our teens and early 20s and shit. And some of those people are people I tried to carry with me, but if you don't carry the same mindset, if you don't have these goals, man, you looking for handouts and shit. I don't know. I can only hang around you so long because you're gonna either you're gonna tear me down or you're gonna come with me, or I just gotta get it. Because, and I'd love to take you with me. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't finna put in the effort that I put in, yeah. Hey, so all that kind of shit. All I'm saying is it happens to P. It happens to all of us, and it's rough, bro. And I'm working on me every day, and I'm formulating this new shit. And I'm trying to ignore those dumbass thoughts of I'm not worth it type shit. Because I have to remind myself that I did, like I said, most of the people that I grew up with in that same position, they're not here. They're not doing what I'm doing. They succumbed to the bullshit, and they're still where they was. And that don't really look like they're going. I hope they do. I mean, there's always time, you know. But I have to be grateful for that, and I have to remind myself that, you know what I mean? Because it is a good feeling, and I just hope that other people can hold on to that and remember that it does happen, and find the strength to just be the best you that you can be. And it takes time. Like I said before, bro, like I know 15 years ago me, I wouldn't like that motherfucker because it's two different mindsets. Where I'm at right now in life, bro, like I don't have that same mindset. I'm just trying to get money. I'm trying to build, and it's not for me, you know what I mean? I'm trying to build something, bro. I really want to fucking build generational wealth. It's something like I'm not trying to fucking have no mansion and be no gazillionaire because I really don't want to fucking lose that time with my family. I'd rather dedicate more time to my family and build something that they can rely on. But it's tough, and man, like I said, bro, all the odds was against me, and I ain't never gonna fucking quit. Cause that's one thing I don't know how to do. I'm retarded in that shit. I don't know how to quit. I'm gonna keep going. I don't give a fuck what adversities come my way. I don't give a fuck what I put in my own way. One way or another, I'm gonna get past that shit. And that's another thing is people get stuck in the moment. Like you fuck around and you fuck up and wind up on probation or wind up in jail or lose your vehicle, whatever the fuck it is. You find yourself in a position, and for that moment, that shit feels like that's your life, but it's not. You're gonna get past that shit, and just the best thing I've ever done is say fuck it. Like, not that I'm not attentive to what I need to be attentive to. Like, I take care of my responsibilities. If I fuck up, probation type shit like that, I'm gonna take care of my shit. But I don't let it bother me, bro. I just go ahead. I'm gonna live my life. Fuck it. It is what it is. I fucked up. I accept that. I accept the consequences. I'm gonna take care of what I have to take care of. I'm gonna learn from this shit, and I'm gonna move on. And one day, eventually, you're gonna get past shit. And it's not easy to see that when you're sitting in some of them ruts. It's hard to accept that it is something you get past. And like I said, some people succumb to that, and they let that mindset overtake them, bro. And it does. They don't get out of it because they focus so much on that situation that's happening right then that they can't even see past it. So it does. It's going, man. I'm not saying that you can just think shit so hard and it just happens for you. I'm not saying that. But your mindset does reflect your like the outcome of what you're doing in some sort of way, because you are putting off energy, regardless. I'm not saying that you can sit here and be like, I want a Benz, and eventually you're just gonna wake up and there's gonna be a Benz in your fucking part. You got to work your ass off for that shit, but you can't work your ass off for it while you're telling yourself you ain't worth it. You're not gonna get it. And like I said, I'll do great things, but even while I'm doing great things, I beat myself up, and sometimes it makes me sad. Like people don't reach out, but I also accept the fact that I know that anybody that does reach out, I know you're never gonna know if I'm in pain. I'd say I'm fine, I'm good, bro. Have you ever heard me bitch? I say I'm good. You know I'm lying to you sometimes.
Oh, yeah, and I call you out on that shit.
But you know, like I just keep moving. Fuck it. Like, you know, nobody cares at the end of the day. Some people, I have people in my life, at least I can say now, that do care. But what's the point? Let's just keep grinding, bro. If it's something serious, yeah, you need to talk to people. You need to. And I should more. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, which is why I said in the very beginning, please excuse me if I ramble. I bounce back and forth between shit. I know I have not been clear on one subject yet. But I'm just trying to work this shit out. The shit that I think about in my head. Yeah. And I'm trying to put that shit out here without writing anything down, you know. None of this shit is pre-did or nothing like that. But it's just something I think, like, because I know I'm a strong person, bro. I got a strong mind. Due to the shit that I went through, a lot of that has been negative shit, but it showed me a lot. You know what I mean? It showed me, unfortunately, it's more of a survival instinct that I carry with me. But that shit benefits me in a lot of ways too. But it's, I forgot what I was saying. Now I'm stoned. But regardless, it's just something, man, that I think, and I think that if I think it, being that I have the strong mind that I do, I know there's other people going through the same shit.
Sure.
And I've never been shy of the knowledge that, so something, when I was like, I don't know, bro, probably like 12 years old, 12, 13 years old, it's when I first kind of started getting into writing poetry and shit. And I remember writing shit about, because I knew, like, again, I wasn't completely ignorant to the fact that I was going through hard times, because I was there, aware of it. But it just, I guess it became normal, you know, so it wasn't enough for me to talk about. But I was always aware. That's one good thing my mom instilled in me, is that there's always somebody out there that got it worse than you. And I've always, like, through a good portion of my life, I've been that pull yourself up by your bootstraps kind of guy, because, and I still am to an extent. Like, I have that mentality, like, if I fucking made it out of my shit, then you can do your shit. And I do have that mentality to an extent. The differences between, you know, 5 years ago and now is that I do understand that shit just don't work for everybody. And there are some people in positions that's just, unfortunately, like, you can always come. I do. That's one of them things that I battle with, because in my head it doesn't matter. Like, you can always come up out of some shit, because there's people that are uber famous that came from some fucked up shit. There's people that have got money and established themselves that came through some fucked up shit. At the same time, you do have to acknowledge the fact that not everybody has the same mentality. And you can preach that shit all day, and it is true. If that person could just get up and apply themselves, with that being said, though, you have to acknowledge the fact not everybody has that mentality. And if some people don't have nothing, and there's not one single person in their life that's pushing motivation to them, luck's against them, bro. Like, they don't really have too much of a fight, and that takes a really, really, really strong individual to actually like not succumb to that shit. You know what I mean? So those are things I remind myself of. I don't know how I got on that topic, but
So
just all that.
it all ties in together, just like I
Yeah,
was saying
kinda.
before. Like the
Why do I always suck at this, bro? Like I always
it's
suck
got the
at.
lever that goes down right below that button.
Huh?
The push button right below it.
Fucking stupid ass shit, bro.
Yeah, like think back to those early years and your mindset transformation. Like you've always had that never give up attitude and shit. But
Gotta lean in closer.
yeah, having that attitude's always been a good thing for you. But think about all the little steps along the way that help change your mindset, like the little motivational things that people tell you from time to time. You know, like why are you doing
All that
this?
shit's
You can
locked
do so
in, bro.
much more than
All
that.
that shit's locked in.
Like all that, like all that transformed you to who you are today. So to your
100%.
point, and like we've talked about this before, motivation and encouragement go a long fucking way.
Yeah.
Like you take the time to motivate and encourage people, and then you see how they transform and the way they change how they carry themselves, and they start accomplishing their goals. They surpass their goals
Mm-hmm.
because you motivated and helped change their mindset. And I mean, it's a great feeling to see those changes within other people. But then you have to, in turn, be able to practice what you preach, and be doing the same stuff and continue to grow yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, there's like you're in a position now where you've accomplished almost all your goals. Like you're right there. Like, what's the next step? You know what the next step is, but you're hesitant on it, just like you were hesitant about things, and you had those struggles.
I
that
just
every
try to make
business has.
calculated decisions, bro.
Yeah.
But
And
and
it's-
I just
But
sometimes
you're at
I
that point where
yeah,
you gotta
you gotta break
keep
through.
pushing. Yeah,
gotta break
like,
through.
and you might struggle a little bit here and
Oh,
there.
I'm
You
going
might-
to. I accept it. There,
you can be
that's one thing is
rock
people.
bottom for a minute, and then
You ever hear the motherfuckers
Build
say,
up
"I
that-
can't wait to get out of the struggle." The struggle never ends. It just changes scenery,
struggle's
motherfucker.
what provides.
The struggle you have
Like,
to embrace. You have to love that
embrace
shit.
change, man. Like,
Embrace failure. Embrace change. Embrace failure. Embrace all that
it's
shit.
not failure, it's
No, yeah, you have
success.
no. You have to embrace failure. You have to.
Yeah, embrace it because you're taking it as a lesson, you're
Exactly.
learning from
You
it.
don't lose, you learn.
Yeah,
But failure is part of success.
yeah.
You can't fucking
Part of
succeed
growing, like,
unless you fail.
can't win
Because the motherfuckers that got those huge companies like Bezos and all them, again, yes, they did have a hand up. They had something that I'd never have had and never will. I don't have nobody in my family that's gonna hook it up like that. Nor will you. I ain't got no uncles or nothing that's gonna be like, yeah, I'll give you $5 million to start your project. Not gonna happen, bro. Don't have nothing like that. So of course the dude got lucky, and that's good for him. That's fine. It doesn't mean that I can't do it, and it doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that we gotta work a little bit motherfucking harder. But it's possible. That's what I was getting to. Ultimately, kinda, is my shit. Is that if we don't all start at the same starting line. Some of us got a straight motherfucking shot. Some of us are just sitting on a carousel or whatever those fucking things are called. They're on a train, just hey guys. And some of us are in a fucking mud hole, chest deep, with no shovel and no ladder. That's how we start. You can all there, but the finish line, depending on obviously in my fucking thing that I'm saying right now, this motivational speech that I'm giving, the finish line's all the same. Just you might die.
You're gonna die. I mean, fact of life. Some of us will live longer than others.
I'm in before the finish line. Baby, man, fuck that though. Listen,
You gotta keep going.
huh?
You gotta keep going.
Keep swimming, keep swimming. I love that movie.
But he's addicted to
Nah, man, but fuck that. You can do it.
Anyone can do it.
Not anyone.
Yeah.
But see, that's something else.
Said-
People have to
said
accept that
mindset.
there is levels to shit, man.
Yeah.
Exactly with the mindset.
Like,
You have people that are like just there's people I grew up with, man, that like I considered great friends that I thought we was gonna be lifelong friends type shit. But the same people that robbed my house when I went to jail a couple times, that I still fucked with for whatever reason. That was me being ignorant. But those same people, bro, you're living on the same block. Motherfucker older than me, 38 years old, still trying to fucking rep the block type shit and be, man, nobody gives a fuck about that shit, bro. Like, not even that. Just, I'm not going to put out names like that. I'm not finna shame nobody, but I remember I tried to get one of these said individuals a job when I was working at the AC company, making bank. And I pulled up on this dude. He was, bitch, I want a job. And I was like, man, I get you in there, and I'll take you on. I'll show you the trade, show you how to learn this shit. Meanwhile, you be getting, you know what I mean? You gonna make 40 grand a year, starting out, not knowing shit, getting trained. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, I'll bring you in there. This motherfucker, you know what his question was? How much I'm gonna make? I'm like, bro, you probably, 1,000, 1,500 a week, easy. This motherfucker turned the job down because he wouldn't get nothing back on taxes making that kind of money. I can't fuck with you no more, bro. I can't fuck with you no more. Like, we can't hang out no more. That was the last time. We're good. I'm good, bro. And I love him. I love that person. But I can't fuck with you no more. What you just said to me right there just showed me so much about who you really are. I can't fuck with you no more. Because man, fuck that tax. Listen, this tax season, I'm fucking praying to break even and not owe 20 grand. I don't give a fuck about them taxes, that tax season shit. I mean, it would be awesome if they didn't just rape our checks and shit. You know what I mean? That would be the best outcome. Saying I don't care, bro. Like, that's something that I've, since starting like my professional career, I just don't care about that shit. Like, there's nothing that I can, I mean, there's nothing I can just do. I can't change it right now. You know what I'm saying? Why waste my time and effort trying to change something that's more than most likely not going to change any fucking way when I could just go get money? Fuck what they take from me. It is what it is. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Am I gonna go be a fucking lawyer or not go get in the government? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna go be a lobbyist or not. I'm trying to get money.
Yeah.
If they, whatever, bro.
The crazy part about that is,
No, listen. That story I just said, if you have a friend and that's how they go. You got to cut them off. You have to. If you're trying to grow, you're trying to be somebody, you're trying to start your own shit, you're trying to be self-employed, whether you're trying to be self-employed or not, if you're just trying to be successful in life and somebody says some shit like that to you, you got to go, bro. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Sorry, go ahead. Just saying.
Yeah. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, I lost it. It's all good.
Super stoned.
Yeah, even what you were talking about imposter syndrome earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that happens to people from all ages, like even in
Mm-hmm.
school, like accomplishing
No,
things
100%.
that you never saw other people doing, you never thought you would actually do, and then you do it, and it's like,
No. That's not it. You're taking it literal, the word imposter. What I'm talking about, the imposter syndrome shit boils down to is just
Like,
not feeling like you deserve to get what you're getting. Like, you're not as good as somebody else. Not that you're trying to
same
copy
thing I was
something.
explaining.
Oh, I'm sorry. I probably kind of cut you off right there, so I'll just shut the fuck up. Sorry.
Comparison, but
Go ahead. Start over.
no, you're good.
Nope. You got some shit. What'd you write down over there? What was that? I seen you writing down some shit.
I kind of started talking about that. Thinking back
You
to
got
all
like
those.
5 things wrote down though. Talk to me now.
That's not something we
You
talked
gotta
about.
lean into the mic though. Remember,
The
we
first
actually
one's
got mics
something
now.
I wrote down
Gotta
the other day
talk
that
to
kinda,
'em.
like,
If you're back here, they can't hear
goes
you.
back to something that I was saying like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like you were asking me about religion and stuff.
Well, get into it, motherfucker.
So the perennial philosophy is the belief that all cultures and religions share common traits or patterns. That basically sums up what I was trying to explain to you that night. I feel like all these religions and ancient cultures and shit were
Just lean
Gotta-
into it, bro.
gotta move this.
Just lean.
this
We are. Listen, we're still in construction, motherfucker. Right now, though, you gotta lean into it.
Yeah. So
Talk to the bitch. Make it your baby. Don't kiss it though, cause I might.
yeah, the perennial philosophy though.
Go ahead.
Like I was just saying that kind of sums up the way I was saying that I felt about religion and shit. Like,
Well, explain it, cause I don't know what that is.
so it's the belief that all cultures and religions share common traits or patterns. So all
I
those,
mean, yeah,
all the
that's-
stories from the Bible, like they translate or can be closely compared to stories from all these other religions and like even like way predating, that stuff. Like I just think I don't know, kind of like you were talking about like earlier, energies and stuff. Like I think a lot of that stuff's within all of us. It's
Oh,
just
100%.
how we
100%,
focus
bro.
our mindset and our thought patterns and the things we say and our actions and reactions to things. Like,
Well, that's one of the things that just kind of steers me away from the whole religion thing is the fact that science is provable, and that when you look at DNA structures and shit, they don't even know how. I was just listening to something earlier today. That's cool you brought this up. That I was just listening to something earlier today that was talking about the structures of our DNA and the understanding of it, basically. And what they were kind of going to is the idea of like deja vu, shit like that, or just having these like what the topic of what they were talking about is basically just masculine rage. You know what I mean? Like the ability to control it, but there's something in you that wants to you want to fuck shit up, bro. And what that traces back to, and what they're basically talking about, is the fact that we really don't understand DNA. So it could be where your bloodline comes. Like if you come from Vikings and your bloodline is directly traced to that, you probably got some rage in you, bro. And like people don't want to think that that shit's transferred down, but it is. You know what I'm saying? Like DNA, like we don't understand ourselves, and but science is provable in our, like, us, who we are, what's in our eyes, what's in our body, what we're made of, is the same shit that trees and shit are made of. It's the same shit that structures are made of. It's the same shit that Earth is made of. And there's shit like, man, that's what, like, that shit's real. You can prove that shit, and it's crazy. Like I don't see how. Again, I actually been struggling with something we talked about recently, which was the thing. Like I said I don't believe in God in the sense of what the Bible says, but I do believe that there is some sort of creator out there, and even that right now, like I've been thinking more on that since we talked about it, and it's like just. I mean, it's a never-ending question because none of us have the fucking answer, really. But like,
there's so much we don't know about.
yeah, bro.
I mean,
Like, so there was a theory that I was. Let me try to remember this because I'm kind of stoned a little bit. But I just was looking into this little theory thing. I think I might have just said it. Oh, I fucked it up, bro. I fucked it all up. Damn. But yep, lost it. So, all right. I have a question though. We do these things. This is probably the most randomest podcast we've ever done, and we're some random motherfuckers. But I feel like we just bounced, and that's fine. I thought about this earlier. I had a question for you.
Shoot.
If you could be in a room alone, one on one with you from you at age 16, and you had 30 seconds, what would you tell him?
The 16-year-old me.
And you have 30 seconds to talk to him. What would you tell him?
How long do I have to plan this out? I gotta map it out right now.
Yeah, you got 30 seconds, motherfucker.
Hey man, don't smoke cigarettes. Fucking just do what you do. Rock the fuck out. That's pretty much it.
Pretty much the worst advice that I've ever. 16-year-old you're gonna say, "Hey, just do what you do. Rock out." If you had that opportunity to jump into that portal and say that, you wouldn't come back, bro. I'd be sitting here like, fuck, where'd my boy go? Actually, it would alter my life, too. And I'd probably be sitting here with fucking, I don't know, somebody else.
Yeah, if you're sitting here at all, because
Yeah.
because we wouldn't have ever had any of those conversations we had. That
Might be dead. You'd fuck our whole lives up, bro, doing that. You just fucked everything up.
I needed more
You
time.
just
Like,
fucked.
If
I
I was
needed more
planning on going
time.
back there to say something, you know, I
All right, all right, all right.
Put out
So,
good and shit, but
well, I mean, I'm asking you a question right now. How much time do you need to answer me?
I don't know. It's something I'd have to put some thought into because everything I say is gonna change who I am at this very moment.
Man, I'll be honest
I've
with you.
experienced a lot.
I'm
in
gonna
the
be
time
honest.
since I was
Yeah, which
16.
is why I'm be honest. I really thought you were gonna have some profound answer to that. That's why I literally thought of that earlier. I'm like, I'm gonna ask Chris that, and he's actually. I bet he's gonna come back with some really good shit. And he was like, "Fucking rock on, dude." I'm just over here like, well, you just fucked up the whole time. Where you couldn't be in Butterfly Effect, motherfucker. You would have. That whole movie would have been raped. Probably gonna get flagged.
Hey, if I have a script, I'm good. No.
Man, you fucked that up. Can we?
No.
Let's try it again. Let's pretend that didn't happen. We're not gonna edit this out, but let's pretend that didn't happen. Chris, if you don't say rock on, if you
Just ask the fucking question, bro.
if you could talk to 16-year-old you right now in a room one on one, and you had, I'm gonna give you six. You had 60. You had a whole minute. That's all you had, though, is 60 seconds. What would you tell that young man?
If I had a minute to talk to the 16-year-old version of myself, I'll tell him, look, you need to stop smoking cigarettes right now. Just fucking stop that shit. You're not addicted yet. Stop that shit. Fucking pick something. There's a few things you really enjoy doing, and fucking do that shit to the best of your ability. See where that takes you. I mean,
Fucking rock on.
if I'm gonna change something about myself, like it's got to be something that I was passionate about at the time.
Okay, but so I guess I should put that stipulation in there. Like, yeah, that makes more sense. Especially with your fucking answers. It's not going to change any timeline. It'll just be advice for that person. It's not going to change. Okay. Fuck,
So
man.
it's
You
gonna
make
change the
these
path of life. I
you
mean,
always make these questions
that's
like
why
I have to break
time
this shit
travel
down.
Is so tricky though. Like,
See what I'm saying? Look, I asked, bro, this
so
was
you-
supposed to
you
be
didn't
like
give me
a
those
super
specifications from the get go either.
I shouldn't have to. Like, it was like one of those things.
But I just when
I could ask you,
time
hey,
travel,
bro,
I think
peanut
the
butter or
big
jelly?
thing
You can be like, well, the scientific aspects of peanut butter are way better than jelly. And I don't know that you should ask me that question. It's kind of racist.
I don't know. I miss peanut butter. My son's allergic to peanuts, so I don't eat it very often.
If anybody wants to be a podcast, I'm looking for hosts.
Yeah. No.
No, I'm not. Fuck off. Hey, so,
I need another drink.
all right. Give me some ice too, please. Got your ice, fucker. So I'm just gonna sit here and talk for a minute, ramble on. Sir talks a lot. I got a mic now. Makes me feel cool. Oh, oh. Did you guys hear that? Um, hey, be quiet, motherfucker. Who you talking to? Bitch, my hands are bigger than yours. Hey, listen. Did you guys know that the Sahara Desert used to be vast forest? Oh, listen. So that's what I was. Damn. Look how that's weird how that shit just happens. Look. So I just seen this reel thing the other day. It didn't really, reels are only what 60 seconds or some shit like that. Didn't go into real depth, but it did. It planted this thing in my brain, which I'm not fucking saying that I like completely believe. I don't believe shit right now. All right, but listen. So this dude, somebody, I don't even remember what it was, but it was basically saying that our civilization restarts every 15,000 years, 15,000, 16, something like that, 18,000, whatever. Which kind of makes sense and correlates with the shit that Graham Hancock and them was fucking talking about, and the pyramids and shit like that. And it kind of just goes, it just kind of flows if you really break the shit down and get into it. Which would put us, we're at like some 12,000 or some shit years. Something like, we're in the range of shit going south real fast. Which would be why you had like the Viking eras and shit were after the pyramids or whatever. So you have like this super sophisticated economy where the pyramids and shit are, and even in the Congo and shit like that, in the Sahara Desert, which was, like I said, vast greenery. And it's when basically, I'm gonna explain this in my, I'm just a dumb country ghetto white boy from South Florida, so don't fuck it. I'm not a scientist. I've seen some shit and kind of makes sense, and I'm saying it. But when the North and South Pole, whatever that shit's called, kind of shifts a little bit, which is kind of what I just seen some shit on the news that shit's happening right now. Like, we're shifting, and that's basically like the pendulum swings. So one day the axis is this way, and you know what I mean? Like 15,000 years, that motherfucker goes back. So the desert and all that shit was greenery, and it switched, and now it's sand, and up there is all ice. Now it's about to go back. We might all die. You know what I'm saying? So you better get a boat. I'm gonna get a boat. Just get your boat, bro. Listen, this is what you do. Get your boat, put it in the middle of the road, set it, get a bunch of buddies together, set it down in the middle of the road when that flood's coming. Figure out where it's coming from and just fucking get ready, bro. Get ready to crank that bitch up. And, you know what I mean? When that wave comes, you and then gun it, bro, and just ride that shit. Maybe you'll survive. Noah did it.
Yeah, it was a pretty big boat, though.
Yeah, it was an ark. Yeah. Listen, you can do that shit in a motherfucking 16-foot goddamn Pathfinder, son.
Try my 10-foot John Bolt.
I don't think you're gonna survive. Motherfucker, you got a trolling motor.
Hey, I got some oars too.
You might as well be Ace Ventura from Pet Detective when he stuck the fucking thing in the water.
Fishing rods, some tackle.
I don't know, man. You gonna catch bodies.
I might.
That's fine though. Hey, would you eat a person? Let's talk about it.
If it came down to it and it was for survival.
We're not. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You ever seen that movie? It was based on, I can't remember what the fucking movie's called, but it was based on true things where the plane crashed basically up on the top of the mountains. It might have been Everest, some shit. I don't remember. But like they were up there, bro. There ain't no just getting down where they wrecked. And motherfuckers like started, bitch, listen, I'm finna fillet your ass, bro. I'm gonna eat you. I'll eat you. If you're already dead and I have to survive, I'm gonna eat you. And then if we eat all the dead people, and there's like 5 people with me and we start getting hungry again, bitch, you better know how to fight.
I mean, like,
nah.
I guess if you're in a situation where you can't hunt.
Listen, if I got in a plane crash and it was 20 of us. 5 of us died. There's 15 motherfuckers. We're on the side of a mountain. Even if you're with me, you better know how to. If it comes down to me and you, bro, you better. Last man standing, bro. I'm gonna eat you, bro. Or you're gonna. I hope you eat me. Don't just kill me and not eat me, bitch. But look, straight up, 20 motherfuckers. You're in a plane. You wreck on the side of a goddamn mountain that you don't know how to climb mountains. You ain't got no ropes. You ain't got mountain climbing gear. You're just up there in this mountain, and it's fucking snowing. And 5, we're gonna start a fire somehow. Hopefully, there's shit to start a fire with, like some of the planes there. You know what I mean? Something. And I'm gonna eat you, bro. And then slow. I'm gonna give it. I'm not gonna get hungrier than the next man. Any fat dudes, if you're a fat dude on there, we're murking you, bro. I'm gonna murk you off top.
You honestly got me.
Because you're gonna get hungry first.
Flying with you again.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be one of them hungry dudes. Maybe, hey, listen, maybe we might get rescued when it comes down to like me and you and 2 other people. You never know. But listen, straight up, any fat dudes that are surviving, that are gonna get hungry quick, we're murking you, bro. We're murking you. We're gonna put you off to the side in the snow, save you. That's gonna give these other people, a week or so to survive. Hey, I'm gonna tell them, listen, you can help me murk these fat dudes. That's gonna give you more time, because eventually, if nobody comes get some, I'm gonna murk you and I'm gonna eat you too. So, you know what I mean? You gotta do. Hey, survive. Listen, if you're on the side of a mountain, bitch, you gotta survive.
Yeah, and if you're on a plane, you don't have really any protection.
I'll just get a piece of that plane and beat the shit out of you with it, or something. Well, that movies from the 90s, they definitely had, that motherfucker probably had a gun and shit.
Yeah.
Because in the 90s, you didn't get fucking your toothpaste taken from you in fucking North Carolina.
Yeah, a lot of airports didn't even have to walk through metal detectors or anything.
No, there was none of that.
Yeah.
None of that shit was really there until September 11th, bro. Fuck you, Bin Laden. And the Bush family. Fuck all y'all.
I think there was a lot more people involved in that.
There was. We're not going to go into that. I want to get murdered. I'm just playing.
Yeah, no.
What if George Bush is watching our pod? Like, he's like our number 1 subscriber. George, he's like, these guys are funny.
There's Florida boys over here. I don't got into it.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not good at I'm good at some I said interpretation. Oh, shit. Hey, there's some decent whiskey right here.
Yeah, I like it.
But the weed's better. Hey, I also ate like 6 gummies today. You already know, I'm not going to go into detail about, shit that's happening right now. But and it's, one of them things, bro. One of them
hard knock life.
It's just one of them things that is out of your control 100% that happens to you. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. But listen, some things are going to happen that are completely out of your control. And that's when that saying holds the most weight. Because life is 100%, 90% your reaction to 10% of the things that happen to you. That's it. Same shit. Life is 10%. What happens to you, 90% your reaction. You have a choice. Everything that happens to you, you have a choice. So you could, all right, let me I'm gonna give a scenario. This is my thought process. This is a little bit up inside of John motherfucking Mills' head a little bit throughout the day. If you're driving down the road, say you're driving down the road and a motherfucker T-bones you. Drunk driver T-bones you, right? Motherfucker ain't got no insurance, and in Florida, you already know that's finna fuck you. You ain't getting nothing other than what your insurance provides for you. Let's just say that. Say it's in your business vehicle. I'm gonna put myself in this scenario. I'm driving down the road. A motherfucker, not only they hit my trailer, fuck up all my mowers, all my equipment, twist my trailer up. You know what I mean? And even if they do have insurance, it's not like you're getting paid the next day and you're gonna get all new equipment, right? So right now I've run my credit. I got shit, going. I'm waiting on my credit to boost. I don't have the credit to just go out and get it. Just let's say, right, for a scenario that all happens. I don't have the money. I don't have the money in my bank account to just buy all this shit again. I don't have the credit to just buy all this shit again. But they hit me in this, and this is I'm gonna include this in the scenario. I do have another trailer. I have an open trailer because it's real life. I have a step up. It wasn't given to me. This is all work hard shit, right? Regardless, I have that at least, right? At that moment, I have choices. I have the choice to. I've got a few choices. I have the choice to lay down, drop my customers, not serve nobody, so I can claim more for suing this motherfucker, right? I could just stop everything, give up, and wait for that money to come in, and then start a new business or whatever the fuck I would do if I had that kind of mentality. That's one choice. My next choice is to, just fucking act like I'm hurt and do the same thing basically. That was a horrible choice system. Regardless, my one choice I do have though is to take whatever money I do have and the trailer I do have and fucking go buy whatever I can, whether it be a push mower or whatever it is. I have a choice. And I'm going to lose some customers because I'm not going to be able to take care of all the lawns that I do, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting over. But I have a choice. Point blank period. In every situation, you have a choice, and it's your reaction to it that matters. It's what happens to you. Sometimes, like I said, life shit happens to you that is out of your control, that you didn't plan for. You can have this whole fucking immaculate, well detailed, thought out, processed fucking plan for exactly how you're gonna get to the top, and you be climbing that motherfucking ladder and everything's going good, everything's grits, gravy, and good eating. You're about 3/4 way up that motherfucking ladder, and somebody just comes through with a goddamn sawzall and knocks off the fucking top 14 rungs of your ladder, and you ain't got nothing to do but fucking climb back down, build a new goddamn ladder because you can't afford to buy a new ladder. But you gotta keep pushing. So that's all it is to it. Everybody, you have a choice. Everything that happens to you in your life, again, not everybody has the same mentality, and not everybody has people in it, because you might not have the same mentality, but if you have at least one person in your life that's gonna walk over to you and be like, bitch, get the fuck up, let's go, stop bitching, stop moaning, let's go. You've done it before, you can do it again. If you don't have that, man, you're at a disadvantage. And that's solely on you. And it sucks, and that sucks. But you can do it. And it's gonna hurt. Nothing that comes to you easy is worth having. And anything that's worth having is the hardest shit to fucking come by. That's all I was saying. And it's a reality. Because life throws you curveballs sometimes. And whether that be God testing you or, whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck what your beliefs are. If you believe it's God testing you and to make sure your faith's good, or if you think it's the devil trying, whatever your faith, I don't give a fuck. It's all the same at the end of the day. It's about energy. It's about love. It's about compassion, because it doesn't matter if we do have a God, whether we don't have a God, whether it's Buddha, whether it's Jesus, whether it's no matter what it is, at the end of the day, we are all human beings. And we are all here, and not one of us knows where the fuck we came from, truly. You can trace your DNA and say, oh, my people and them from Ireland, or you know what I'm saying, wherever the fuck you can trace it back to. But at the grand scheme of things, bitch, we're on a floating rock out in the middle of nothing. And that middle of nothing is something we don't understand. So we are, in the grand scheme of things, man, we are all here together. And none of us know what happens when we die. People have faith and people have beliefs, but none of us fucking know. Not one of us. None of us know, because nobody's ever been able to come back and tell us. So there really is no purpose that this is the way I'm looking at shit right now. And that's what's fucking me up. There is no purpose for us. Like, we just come here and maybe we are working to a grand thing. I don't want to say there's no purpose. All right, that was ignorant. That's not what I want to say. I'm gonna stop there. I'm. You need to get out here and grind, even if you don't know what the purpose is. You can. We have right now. There is no past. There is no future. There is, but there isn't. Like, all you really have is right now. Like, you don't have shit past this. Like, you don't know. You can't guarantee. We can make all the plans in the world for us to have a picnic tomorrow with our families, and I might not wake up. You know what I mean? And I can't go back to the times that I was a young man out there fucking up. I can't go back and correct that. All I have is right now. All I can do is right now. The words that you say to somebody, the shit that you do to people, you can't take it back. You can hope that maybe you can make it better, but you can't take it back. And man, there's some shit I wish I could take. I don't live with regret. That's something that I've thrived on for most of my life. Is I don't never want to regret nothing. Even the most negative shit that I've ever done in my life, I try to find a reason for it. I try to find purpose for it. Whether it be what I learned from it, or maybe that person, I was their karma. You know what I mean? But life's not simple, man. And none of us are guaranteed nothing. And none of us know nothing. So you might as well live with love. You might as well do what you can to make your little speck of time here valid. And I'm not one to tell nobody what their ideal of valid should be. Some people got fucked up minds, you know. Like I said, it goes back to everybody didn't grow up the same way. But if you can find it in you to have love and to spread that, man, that shit's powerful. And I think it makes life a little worth living, because I know that now, being a father and a husband and having, the kids that I have, and just, there's times in my life that for brief moments, that I miss the old days. I miss being able to just be like, hey, fuck it. Hey, me and the homies, we're going to hit up the fucking strip club. We're going to do this and that. 'Cause, we both have friends that still have that ability. They just, I want a new motorcycle. I'm going to buy it. And that's fine. I'm happy for them. There's no hatred, no shade thrown. All there's moments that it's like, fuck, man, I wish I had that. But then when I'm sitting on the couch next to my little 3-year-old, bro, or I'm sitting at the table watching my 12-year-old draw pictures and shit and talk to me about his day, or I'm looking at my baby, man, I'd rather have nothing else. Yeah, honestly, like I just, and I ain't been the biggest poster child for how to do things right. I've fucked up a lot. I really have. I've hurt people that love me. I've burned bridges. And in the grand scheme of things, sometimes them bridges need to be burned. But all it boils down to, man, is everybody fucks up. Everybody fucks up. Some people fuck up more than the next. Some people don't have a great starting line. But there is greatness that everybody can achieve. No matter how many mistakes that you've made, no matter who you've hurt, no matter what you've done, there's always a restart button. You can start over at any time. You can become a new person at any time. Right now is always the best time.
Not quite there yet. Just lit another cigarette.
Yeah. 16-year-old, you didn't hear you.
Yeah. I I didn't say it loud enough this time.
Nah, it's just that, man. It's that whatever you have, I fully believe. Like I said, man, I don't give a fuck whether you're right, left, gay, straight, black, white, transgender, binary. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. I really don't. I care about respect, and I care like if you do you care? You know what I mean? Like I don't want nobody around me that don't have some type. You don't have to have everything figured out because I don't have everything figured out, bro.
Who the fuck does?
Exactly, but you have to want something. Like I can't have you around me, bro, if you just ain't got. And it and I don't mean that to sound arrogant or nothing. You know what I mean? I don't want that to sound like some fuckboy shit. Because I got people in my life that I got plenty of people in my life that don't have like this set goal to have this or have that. They don't have, you know what I mean? But they're not reliant. I just can't have people around me that are victim, bro. Is basically what it is. Cause I don't want to have no fucking mansion. I'm not trying to live in no fucking 10,000 square foot home. Fuck you. I just want land and a home that my family feels comfortable. I want a home. I don't want no fucking mansion. I want a home.
That's what it's about, brother.
But I got people that don't want neither one of those things, and that's fine. But they're not gonna tell me that they don't want to They don't want to make 40 grand a year because they ain't gonna get nothing back on their tax goddamn returns.
When
That's
really that
you know what I'm
40
saying.
grand
Like
is gonna be.
it's better. What the fuck do you mean it's better?
It's be like 8 grand more.
Yeah.
Than you would get.
Why you? What the fuck
With
does
your
the
whole
tax
year's
return have
work
to do with
plus the
nothing?
Tax return. You get a smaller tax return, but you're making more every single week of the year.
It's just like, bro, you can't have fuck boys in your life. That's all there is to it. Like, you can't have people if you're unless you're that person, whatever. But if you want to fucking succeed, it doesn't matter if you want to. You don't have to work for yourself. That's not something that. Again, it's not everybody's not made for it. There's levels to this shit. I'm not even sure if I'm ready for it, but I know I'm gonna do it. But listen, motherfuckers, you don't have to be the fucking CEO of a company. You don't have to be Jeff Bezos. You ain't gotta be any of these fucking elite people to appreciate what we're talking about. You don't have to do all that. You just have to not be a piece of shit. Not be a victim. There's no reward in being a victim of blaming other people for shit that happens to you. That shit don't get you nowhere. When you my lights cut off. These motherfuckers won't give me I told them I'd pay them in 15 days. That's not how it works, motherfucker. You have a deadline. Bitches, business moves, man. Money moves the world. You gotta go. You gotta get it.
It goes right back to what you were saying earlier. Like you gotta. I lost where I was going with that.
How'd you lose it? You started off great, man. I'm pretty proud of you.
Yeah, no, but like you said something earlier that kind of tied right back into that. But I can't recall what it was at this moment in time.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it was gonna be a good point too.
I believe it. I can feel it.
It was all in sync.
Oh yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds fucking good, bro.
Yeah, I like being a comic relief every once in a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. That was strong point you delivered right there.
Yeah. What were you saying though? No. Yeah.
How's your butthole?
Normal.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. Anyway.
No issues. I had some buffalo chicken Philly the other day, man. That shit gave me I had shit, bro.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. The other night, this is like over a week ago now, but yeah, I got a little bit tipsy. And I was out here working on some shit. Decided to DoorDash some motherfucking Taco Bell here. I sat my fat ass out here and smashed so much fucking food, bro. I spent like $60 on fucking Taco Bell for myself.
This was like a $50.
Bro. I'm telling I just cleaned up. I had to clean. I came out here. There was still sauce packets and shit on the ground. I cleaned that shit up right. But the next morning,
this shit.
bro. Fucking World War III in my toilet, straight up. Not even funny. Shit was ugly. 4 times. Blah, 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 blah. Like,
Firecrackers going
yeah,
on.
bro. Like fuck. Nah, firecrackers my ass, bitch. It was like a fucking 50 cal and that. Pow, pow, pow. All blowing them shits, bro. To the point, like I used my guest bathroom. I ain't even making it to my bathroom, bro. And I don't like. Listen, this is my house. I don't like the shit. Like, that's how weird I am, dude. Hey, look, check this out. I've been working with people when I was, doing trade shit, whatever. My helpers and shit, bro. They be dumbfounded, like, bitch, I'm not shit. Like, unless I'm about to shit on myself, bro, I'll hold that shit all day long. I'm shitting at home, bro. And I don't even like to shit in my guest bathroom, bro. Like, I'm weird about that shit. And if I have to shit, I'm going to make it to a Pilot, a Home Depot, or a Love's. They got the cleanest restrooms out of anybody I know.
Yeah,
Primarily a Pilot.
Some
but-
places got some fucked up restrooms.
Oh, dude, I ain't shitting in no Circle K. I can tell you that right now.
7-Eleven.
There ain't enough toilet paper in the world to shit me in the Turk. Listen, but even in the cleanest restrooms, bitch, I'm a mummify that toilet, bro. I mummify that bitch. And I'm just like, man, when you dick drop down in the water, bro, like that shit's not fun, bro.
Yeah, I went to a
And that's
family
why,
restaurant
that's one of the
time,
main
and
reasons I'm skeptical about anywhere. Like, dude, if my dick touches that
Straight
toilet
off
or
the
that
toilet
water,
with this
I'm
thing.
gonna be so mad, bro. Cause then I'll be like, oh, I got herpes. I got herpes, bro. I already know I got herpes and probably cephalitis, fucking syphilis, all that shit. Like, and none of it ever happens, but like that's immediately my brain goes to fuck. I got AIDS. I'm
It's
fucking
fucked up.
done, bro. I'm fucking done. I'm gonna die tomorrow. This sucks. Like I can't do it, bro.
Yeah, it's just fucking wild.
Yeah,
The way
but
your brain just like
man, my brain's a twisted pile of shit. To be honest with you.
yeah, I think.
Nah, I got a lot of good shit going on up there, but there's a lot of judgment for me, bro. Man, motherfucker about to break out some Ricky Martin shit, huh? Nobody can hear you. This guy don't know how to lean into the mic. We actually,
Hey.
I spent money, and I was like, yo, Chris, I got us fucking mics, bro. To his point though, I did buy the mics and thought that I didn't buy power packs for the mic. So our last episode, we were talking into nothing but the iPad.
Yeah.
So I bought all this extra
Yeah,
shit for
very
these
good.
mics, and I'm like, yo, Chris, we got mics. And I was like, listen, you got to keep them. He was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna keep it on me. So anyways, I'm like, bro,
yeah,
we
but
gotta-
like, in my defense, like, yours
There is
is
no
close to
defense.
your face. Like,
yeah.
all you have to do is move it back, and it's close to your face. You can lean back. Like,
This is
you
the
got your ass
advantage
in
of-
the back of the chair. I'm sitting on the front
No,
of the chair.
no, bitch, I got at least 4 inches back there. But that's the
probably got
advantage
like
of this is my house. We did this in my garage. Oh, my tool shit.
Well,
When I
I'm
come
about
out here to get
move your
tools.
tool bench.
No, you're not.
Your work
You're not
bench
gonna touch
right
my
in.
tool bench. No, you're not.
No, you're gonna help me with it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you just.
I'm
said,
not
like,
moving it.
You just
though.
said like
I'm
40 minutes ago you were gonna.
yeah, but I'm
you're
not.
gonna move it.
I'm not.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm just
center
gonna.
this bitch
I'm
in
gonna
this
figure it. I'm gonna run them in the table.
Oh yeah, yeah. You did kind of come to that conclusion
Yeah.
in that conversation too.
I'll do that all myself.
It'd still be better with this. Like,
Nah, no, it won't. This is all where it's at for a reason, because this is actually a workbench when we're not here fucking
yeah,
off.
So you get to reach your stuff. Like if you had it
Yeah,
set,
'cause
you'd have to walk around to grab shit.
Yeah.
Now you can just
So.
you can stand in that corner and grab shit right here. But if you were to center, you'd have to walk all the way around the workbench, like a big
Exactly.
boy.
No. Listen, one day I'm gonna have you up here. And I'm gonna be doing a kidney transplant on you.
Kidney transplant. I could sell a kidney. Probably not.
All right, so to
Probably
anybody
test
that
it.
has
Yeah, like,
viewed,
yeah, no, you're not.
to anybody that has viewed our videos, you can definitely see in, I think it's episode 3 or 4, when we discuss the tattoos, where I said I would actually let him give his first tattoo to me, maybe.
No, you
But
said
I'm
you
gonna
would.
tattoo him anyways. Ignore what he said. that I'm gonna tattoo him with our logo. I'm gonna draw up our logo, and I did buy. I have equipment over there,
It's
new
not gonna be a
equipment.
tramp stamp.
Anyways, I think we need to do it on an episode though. So because what I'm gonna do, like probably this week, hopefully by the next episode, I should have this all redone. I'm gonna mount these to the table, run the wires underneath all that. So there shouldn't be nothing here. We can move the ashtrays and everything, and you can just lay your happy ass here. I'll extend my mic to me. You have your mic right there, and I'm just gonna tattoo you right here on our motherfucking episode, folks. You heard it here first. It's happening. He already agreed to it.
Does that mean I get to tattoo you on the episode?
We probably won't have time that night, but
So the next night.
we'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna do it.
Should
Take some alpha brains.
nah.
I won't
I'm
drink.
actually no. I'm down to do it on an episode because you've never done it, so I think it'll make for good content because I'm already nervous. You're gonna blood clot me. I'm gonna do my thigh, bro, so nobody can see it. I'm doing yours on your face, your throat, or a tramp stamp. Those are your three options.
No, you don't get to choose your option if I don't get to choose.
But
my
I did.
Option. No,
You
doesn't-
gave
doesn't
me
work that
options.
way.
That's what I came with.
I didn't give you options.
Yes, you did. You don't remember?
No.
Ah, bro, dude, you told me same shit: face, throat, or thigh, and I went with thigh. That's why I'm saying face, throat, or tramp stamp.
I would say thigh too.
No, but I
Just
didn't
gonna
give
get
you
my
that
arm,
option.
bro. I got some space in my arm.
All right. Are you sure you're not gonna fucking cover it up like you did the other tattoos I did for you?
No, I'm gonna put it right next to the cover up.
No, I'm not doing that. I refuse. I'm not participating in that. I would do it on your hand.
Yeah, I'll give you a better spot right on my
Do it
wrist.
on your hand.
On the
Nah,
side of my
hand.
wrist.
Let's do the hand. Hell yeah, hand it.
I have a.
You have what?
I have an idea for my hand. You fucked up my idea for my leg because you wanted to work on your shading and you never got to your shading.
I got shading tools now.
All
Oh,
right.
well, I had them then too, but
Yeah, but you
yeah.
never wanted to do
Hey,
it.
that was a different time. That was fucking 9 years ago, bro. Fuck you. I was
I've
wilding,
mentioned it
bitch.
how many times since?
I don't care. I was wilding. I was
Yeah, we're all
25
kinda
years
wildin'.
old. Fuck you.
I was
I
so
was getting
quick to
money.
turn over on my idea, and it was a great idea
Yeah.
too. But now I can't do it because there's no way I'm covering up what you put on my leg.
Hey, yeah, you're not doing that. I'm gonna fix it, or not fix it. I'm gonna make it better.
Yeah, you're gonna finish it
Finish it. Exactly. That's the words I was looking for.
and fix the part.
About
you
to smoke
fucked up.
another cigarette, y'all. Don't smoke cigarettes,
yeah.
folks.
What do they say those are? They got a nickname for them. I don't use it.
What?
I just say Marlboro.
Fags?
No, cowboy killers.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a cowboy, so
Shoot, you rock a cowboy hat.
I wear a cowboy hat
Some
quite
west-
often.
some
Yes, sir.
western
Like
boots,
pretty much
like,
every day.
Damn
Yes,
near
I
every
wear
day as well.
good old boots. But I'm not a fucking cowboy. I'm just a. What I am is I'm a country ass ghetto cracker from the hood.
This motherfucker saw a
Pretty
bull
much,
riding thing at the fucking fair and was like, "Man, I'm gonna fucking ride the bull," and he never fucking rode the bull.
Yeah, my bad. My 3-year-old like didn't let that
And then
happen,
your 3-year-old left, and we
and we
never
were on
went
the other
back.
side of it.
Hey man, I said, hey, we could go over here and you can.
You know,
ride
that's
the
like a
bull real
fucking
quick."
5-minute walk. I wasn't about it, bro. I was drunk. I was drunk by then.
Even before that, you were talking to the lady cop, and it was like, "Hey, you know, you're gonna ride a bull. Let's go get the kid and watch you ride a bull real quick." And you're like, "No, we're gonna go this way." And we went that way, and I was like, "Well, I guess we're not gonna see John ride a bull tonight."
Oh, let's go. Shit.
There's got to be a bar around here with the
There
bull
is.
riding thing.
I don't remember what it is, but I see it all the time. Oh, I think
It's not Dixie.
nah, not fuck Dixie, bro. I'll never go there. The ranch, I'm pretty sure has a bull, like on regular nights.
Yeah, maybe. They got some pretty good shows coming up at the.
Yeah, the ranch is the shit, man. Me and Brianna used to go there so much.
Yeah, I've been thinking about stopping by for one of these shows. I can't remember who the fuck it was now that's playing there, but fucking those Florida Georgia rappers are gonna be there. Are they rappers? I don't know what the fuck they.
Who?
I don't remember dude's name. It was like Northern Florida, Southern Georgia.
I don't know. I don't really get. There's like, so for a second there, I did get into the whole hip hop country rap scene shit. There's some, but bro, some of that shit. Be honest with you, like I just can't. I can't fuck with it. Like it's just some of it's cool, especially okay. So like it's to me that shit is for what you're doing it though. If you're out mudding and shit, you can I could that's what I want to listen to. Throw that shit on. It's good shit. But like for just like dude, I don't know, bro. Some of that shit is corny as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
So cuz you
for
can
a day
tell
at the mud hole, you know.
some of it, you know, there's some shit that I'll listen to just riding around. Like some of the Upchurch shit I fuck with.
I'm sure it's good.
But there's a lot of those boys, bro. Like that shit's corny to me. Like you can, there's some of that shit that I listen to and I can tell off top. Like you ain't no fucking country boy, bro. You're just a motherfucker that threw on a little country twang on your voice and decided to rap. Like you know how to rap, and you're like, I'm just gonna speak to the white folks. I don't wanna hear that shit, bro. Shut the fuck up, man. We out here drinking beer, getting man. Shut the fuck up, man. Keep that shit out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Like if I want to listen to country, I'm gonna listen to country. I want to listen to rap, I'm gonna listen to rap. If I want to listen to two of them, I'm gonna listen to old school Jelly Roll and fucking. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this.
Some Jelly Roll. You ever hear Big B?
Big Bun,
No,
Big Pun,
Big B.
Big B. No,
You roll with the Cottonmouth Kings there for a little bit.
I never. Dude, I couldn't get into the Cottonmouth Kings personally. I never was a fan.
I feel like
I listened to some
I
of their
got
shit, but
hypnotized by them when I was like 15.
I don't like. There's a on me. Just this is just me personally. The only West Coast like Cali shit that I really ever fucked with like that was like Dre, Snoop Dogg, you know, some NWA, Eazy-E shit. Like there's some shit like of the game. I don't fuck with him. I like Nipsey Hussle. Some of the shit that I've listened to, I've really on not listened to a lot of his shit, but some of the shit that I have, I liked. Kendrick Lamar and shit. But for the most part, bro, like I've just before the South came into the rap scene, I was more in tune with some of the East Coast shit. Other than Tupac, like bro, like to me, Tupac was the god. Like to me, bro, I didn't give a fuck about nothing. Tupac was my dude. That's what really, that was my real introduction to actual hip hop, like rap, bro.
Yeah.
Like gangster rap.
See, my experience was so much different because I was sheltered as a kid. So when I was in like middle school, like 6th grade and shit, like Country Grammar, Nelly, and then like the Slim Shady LP, like that was my first exposure to like rap, hip hop kind of music. I had probably heard some like Snoop Dogg and shit. Like I knew like Snoop Dogg performed with Korn.
Yeah.
Concert that I was trying to go
No,
to.
he's always been pretty
like
versatile in what he does.
Yeah. So like I knew some rap songs before that, you know, like but big hits, you know, like
Yeah.
I didn't know any underground music.
Well, that my
up to
first
that point,
like
but when I heard Cottonmouth
was
Kings,
like Blackstreet and shit.
like the first time I heard Cottonmouth Kings, like I probably been smoking pot for like maybe 2 months.
How old were you when you first smoke pot? So I never say pot. Why did I say that?
First
'Cause you
time
just said it.
because back
Reefer,
then it was,
motherfucker, weed. No, that was white people shit.
That was some pretty dang
White people
fucking
said
weed
pot.
back then.
I know only people I ever knew said to this day only white people say pot,
Yeah.
and I'm beige, so
Yeah, I don't know. I was 14 the first time I smoked. 15, I really started getting into it and smoking more frequently.
so Cottonmouth Kings was your first shit.
Well, no, it wasn't the first band that I was like these guys fucking rock or whatever, you know. But like it was like I've been smoking regularly for like 2 or 3 months at a time, and it was like finals and shit. So I I went and hung out with some dudes I knew. We fucking were smoking at this one house. Went over to this other house. We were hitting out a fucking gravity bong and shit. And then we went inside, and this motherfucker pulled up on the computer and YouTube, like when it first came out and shit. Fucking Cottonmouth Kings in Amsterdam. Smoke weed for the rest of my life. And that song literally fucking hypnotized me that day. I was like, I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. And I've stepped back from weed for like a year at a time, a couple times since then. But I probably will smoke weed for the rest of my life. I don't see why not.
I know I will.
But I don't really think it has anything to do with the song. It didn't really hypnotize me, but at the time, like, that shit was hypnotizing. After just hitting that fucking gravity bong like 3 or 4 times, like with some fucking dank ass fucking weed that came from Washington D.C. and shit, like, it hypnotized me at the moment.
Hypnotized.
And I went to school and did my finals after that. I was like, I'm gonna pass this shit, and I fucking passed that shit, stoned as a motherfucker. The first time I actually got a referral for coming to school late was that time.
Man.
Yeah.
I got expelled.
I got suspended before and after that, but not for coming late. Never got expelled. Personally.
Damn.
I probably would have if I didn't move down here. I probably would have if I didn't move down here because a lot of motherfuckers wanted to fight me.
I'd have fought you.
Yeah, because the baddest motherfucker
put
in
my
school wanted
hand
to
up
try
your
to
ass.
fight me when I first moved down there. And
Gangsta Chris.
I stood toe to toe with him.
We put toes together. Fuck toes together.
Not quite. This guy was like martial arts trained and shit. And he fought my teeth up though, bro.
Yeah.
Like my shit was loose.
Loosey goosey.
Like 15 years old, I got like 3 or 4 loose teeth on my side of my jaw. I tried to go back to class like nothing happened, and they pushed me overhead to
remember
the principal's office.
When I was,
Oops.
when I was like, I was living in this like little flop house thing, bro, with my uncle. I don't know where the fuck my mom was at this point, to be honest with you. Like, it was so weird, this point in my life. It was all the, like, I have pretty, my memories, man, are like flashes and they wave. And there's so much shit that I think is like this couple years timeline of shit, bro. But then when I start talking about it and break it down, it's like within a year. There was, when I was from my age of 13 to 17, man. Those are some rough years, bro. There's so much shit that happened in that time frame that I will die making sure that none of my kids go through that.
I hear that.
Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'll go to war. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, you ain't gonna put my kids through that. It's one of the things. It's kind of hard to talk about, you know. It's what started me on this was just we were talking about fighting, shit like that. And I always reference this knuckle right here, bro. Because if you look at that hand and look at that hand, that knuckle's not there. I mean, it's there now, but it ain't.
Where it's supposed to be.
It's just a huge difference. And I was 13 or 14 because I went to prison about a month after my 15th birthday. And up until then, like 2 months before my 15th birthday, I got put into foster care. And it was only maybe 2 to 4 months total that I was in there before I went to prison. So I was wilding, bro. Especially when they put me in there, I did some shit. But so before that, I was living in this little flop house thing, bro, with my uncle. My uncle Richard William. Um,
William Richie makes sense.
no, it's just hard. It's hard to talk about. It's hard to reflect on that shit. But I was living there with him, bro. Again, at this point in my life, I didn't really know. I knew the vicinity of the area where my mom was, but I didn't really know. I wouldn't see my mom for a couple months on end at times. Um, and I was just my uncle had this room in this flop house, bro. And by flop house, I mean it was a house that had one kitchen, one restroom with a few different toilets in it, and 6 or 7 rooms that were just walls put up between shit to accommodate people. And I was just sleeping on the floor there because my mom didn't. We didn't have a house. Like, there's nowhere else for me to go. Um, and I was staying there, bro. And I remember one time, I, you know, I didn't. I was too young to work anywhere. I was a worker. I would work. I worked on farms and shit and like that whenever I had the opportunity, but I couldn't get like a legal job. I was too young. So I'd go out there and I'd rob people. I got introduced to that when I was like 12 years old. They called it the Guado Lotto. I got introduced to it by a Mexican dude. And the folks that I got introduced to that to would do it with guns. They'd go out there and put guns to people's heads and rob them of their hard-earned days' pay. The people that introduced it to me were people that did have families. They really didn't. They were just doing it for fun. I didn't do it like they did it. I never used a weapon. Even in my most fucked up times, I've always been a man about principle and about principle. So I never used weapons. I would go out there as 13-year-old, 12, 13, 14-year-old, and these were grown men that I would target, and I'd throw hands. Of course, I blindsided you at the beginning, but I didn't use weapons. In my mentality, personally, I'm gonna do this with just my hands. If I can whoop this person and take what they got on them, then I earned it. And if they whoop me and they keep their shit, then no harm, no foul. Which I don't do that. But that's just where I was. And that was me justifying what I did. I don't want to pull no pistol on nobody. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. You know what I mean? And to me, if I'm gonna rob you, I'm gonna give you fair game. I'm gonna give you a fair fucking fighting chance. We gonna throw hands. If I knock you out, I'm gonna take everything you got on you. You know? So that's what I did. And into the ultimate grand scheme, like I obviously I took that way further. Got me a little emotional. But so the grand scheme of things, I was living in this flop house, and we all shared. Everybody that had rooms there, we shared a refrigerator, we shared the kitchen, shared a bathroom, right? So I had just where I went with that was that's how I got my fucking bologna, raw people. Not proud of it. So anyways, I had this whole brand new pack of bologna in the fridge, bro. And bought me a loaf of bread. That's what I did with my money. I didn't go out and spend it on drugs and do stupid shit is what I was getting to. That's the reason I went into all that. I just lost track of what I was saying. But covering that is that I didn't do it for the same reasons other people did it. I was surviving. When I did it, I would do it just enough to get me what I needed to survive.
Like
So
making a
regardless, I bought me a loaf of bread. I had me a pack of bologna, pack of cheese. Actually, I don't think I had this. I think I got the bologna with the cheese inside of it. A cheap, super duper dollar store cheap shit. And I had that in there. I had made me a couple sandwiches out of it. And one night, I was in my uncle's room with him. We're playing fucking Super Nintendo, the mail game. I forgot what it's called, bro. Man, that was my shit. Throw it from the bike, you throw the fucking mail, you gotta make it into the mailboxes.
newspaper route kind of thing.
Yeah. So we're playing that shit, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go make me a sandwich, bro. I'm hungry. So I get up, go out to the kitchen, bro. My sandwich, my ham, bologna, whatever the fuck you call it, container is sitting there and it's empty, bro. My bread's hit. Got a few pieces of bread left. My fucking meat container is empty. Like I said, bro, I was 13, maybe 14 years old at the time. And I had it, man. I know I still got a temper, but I had a temper, bro. I was hot immediately. I could, it's one of them things you feel your ears get red, bro. Like I feel heat on my body. Cause that's my food, man. That's what I had to eat. I didn't have a mama cooking food for me. My uncle damn sure wasn't going. Like there was not like it was. That was how I ate. If that ain't there, I don't eat. You know what I mean? So I went back to my uncle's room. I was like, yo, Aunt. I was like, bro, I had put this meat in there. Like, did you eat my shit? Or like, do you know? He was like, actually, I seen this dude. He's like, I didn't know that was yours. He's like, but I did see this dude just like 5 minutes ago making a big ass sandwich out of all that shit. I'm like, you serious, bro? He's like, yeah. And he told me what the dude was wearing. I'm like, all right, bet. Like I said, we all shared the kitchen. We all shared the bathroom. The bathroom that we shared, they built it out. There was like 2 stand-up urinals and like 2 toilets and 2 sinks in there. So initially, I was finna go just start banging on doors. But I'm like, yo, he said it was just like a few minutes ago. Because I had just walked in type shit. Like he was playing the game, walked in, blah, whatever the fuck. So I'm like, let me check. I went in the bathroom, bro. I swear on everything I love is dude exactly what he told me what he was wearing. This dude was standing there pissing at the urinal, bro. Grown ass man, bro. And he's pissing. And I was like, yo, hey homeboy. I was like, did you make a sandwich for my shit? And he's like, yeah, fuck off, white boy. Yeah, I ate your shit. It's like, alright. So you gonna be disrespectful? I was like, listen, man, I'm standing there talking. I'm behind, I'm about 5 foot behind this man while he's pissing. And he's telling me to fuck off, white boy. I'm like, bro, you can give me my money back for my shit. Or like, I got an issue, bro. It's gonna be you gonna have to deal with me. And he's like, you ain't gonna do shit, puss ass cracker. Okay. Me being the person that I am, I'm not finna hit this man while he's pissing, bro. And I told him that. I said, listen, dude, I mean, you got till you're done pissing to come up with an answer for me, bro. I'm a sticky, bro. I'm gonna hurt you, man. You ain't gonna do shit, cracker this and that, cracker. This motherfucker, I stopped talking. Okay. That's all. The last thing I said to him was, okay. Wait for him. A bitch wiggled his dick, put that shit up, turned around, started talking shit. Blah. I hit that bitch with everything I had, bro. Dude went stiff. Boop, hit the ground. As he's hitting the ground, bro, I felt the most immense pain that I had ever felt at that point in my life. My knuckle went back here, bro. I could see it back here. Like there was a lump. And this was sunken in. And there was a lump right here. And I was just like, fuck. But he was sleeping. Thank God he was sleeping, because that dude would have been able to whoop my motherfucking ass, bro. Maybe. I might have still found something else in me. But listen.
Smash his head against
bro, I was in some bitch. And then I went to my uncle. He was coming out already. They heard it because his head bounced off the fucking, hit the wall, or the stand-up toilet thing, urinal. That bit, hit that shit. My uncle came. He's like, "Oh, I'll fix that for you." Grabbed my finger and went, bro. That shit did. I mean, I guess ultimately it did fix it.
It helped it a little bit.
Because I never went anywhere else for it. But, bro, that was like, bro, that was the most redneck pain I've ever felt in my life. I'll fix that for you, son. He double-handed that motherfucker. And just, I was like, bro.
Shit, I rolled my fingers in.
That was a
maybe
hell
stick
of a
my
story
hand in
there,
a
huh?
bucket of ice water.
Nah, that bitch.
that was a.
There was
bitch.
no remorse. Listen, that's how my life was, dude. There was no remorse. Oh, you got hurt? Stop being a bitch. Bro, I got scarred. Like, there's at the same uncle's house. Because this dude, kind of a piece of shit, but whatever. That's where I fucked with. He would just let me do whatever I wanted.
That's your mama's brother?
It's my mom's uncle. So he's actually my great uncle.
Alright, I got you. Usually a little more laid back than regular uncle.
Bro, just my people, bro, like especially like the older folk, like great uncles and shit, like they're just country ass, like white trash, bro. Like straight up is what it is. White trash. I grew up with white trash. These motherfuckers didn't. Nah. If something happens on property, they're not calling the police, dude. We're gonna deal with that shit as a family. We'll cover up as a family. You know what I'm saying? Like just nasty.
Y'all know the fucking stories.
And like, dude, my grandma, bro, my grandma, I love that. It's who's tattooed on my neck over here. That lady was one of the strongest motherfucking women I've ever met in my life, bro. Like I hold her to a standard, and I love her to death, bro. And I wish that my babies could ever got to meet her. But that lady was a G, bro. Like,
yeah. I've
bitch,
heard stories.
yo,
Never
she'll
got the opportunity to
fight
meet
you. And if she can't, that's the thing, bro. Like, okay, this is how I grew up. I'm gonna give you just one example, and this will sum up how I grew up. My granny got in an argument with a dude one time, I guess. We was living on Santos Corner, which is on the corner of 3rd Street and Boston Avenue in Immokalee. It's not Santos Corner no more. The hurricane fucked that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm living there with her. I got an apartment in the back. She got one up in the front. And she got in an argument with this dude, bro. And I don't know what the argument was about. I have no clue to this day. I don't know. I just turned, like, so the building was long. It was long. There was just two apartment per side. You know what I mean? Like matched up. There's probably 10 of them, maybe. So it's just this long, narrow building. And you could go around both sides. So I came in and I was coming around this inside. My apartment there was the second to last apartment on the back side, right? So I come around the long side for whatever reason. I came around this side, and when I bent the corner, bro, all I seen was this dude slap my granny, bro. And at this time, I think this was after I got out of prison. This was right after I got out of prison. I was probably only out for maybe 2 months. I bucked the system, walked to Immokalee. My mom was in jail at the time. So I was just there with my granny, bro. I found my granny, whatever. So I come around the corner, bro, and all I see is the dude hit my granny. I'm like, all right, bet. I had a bite. I dropped that bitch, and dude, to this day, I'll never forget this shit because my granny, he had his back to me, but my granny seen me see that happen, and she had a sparkle in her eyes, and she looked at that dude and was like, you know, you just fucked up, right? And this dude, I'm coming, bro. I'm coming full force. This dude, so like there's like a sidewalk thing with all our doors on it, and there's like probably 2, I think maybe 3 cinder blocks high, like a drop off, like it's a sidewalk thing, and then there's just dirt, probably 8 foot between that and then a fence, right? So I'm coming down the sidewalk area. I'm coming at this dude, bitch, with a smile on, like I'm finna hurt you, bro. And this dude jumps around, comes up the side of the fence, starts running. So I turn around. I'm going. He's running down this shit, and I'm running down this shit. At the end of this, there's the flop house, which is this massive building where there's just beds in there. So at the end, there's a door to one of the restrooms, and there's like this big metal desk. Just people would just chill on it and shit, right? Bro, this dude, I'm telling you, this is like a movie shit, bro. I'm running down the side. I turn around. I'm still running back down the side. He's trying to cut me. He's trying to cut me off and get around, bro. And I'm just coming. I'm like this. This dude cuts, bro. This might sound made up, but I swear to God, I wish my mom will tell you, because my granny don't lie. She told my mom, like, I'm telling you, I jumped up, bro, like pole jumped. You know what a bulldog is in wrestling when you grab a dude? Listen, I fucking grabbed the dude's head, bro, and my feet are in front of me, bro. Grabbed this dude's head and brought it, slammed it into the side of that desk, bro. Pushed the whole back of that desk in, slammed that bitch in there, and backed up. And I was like, "Get up, motherfucker!" He got it. This dude's probably got about a foot on me, 100 pounds. I'm straight. What's happening? This dude gets up. And I'm like, "What's up, bitch?" And he's just like, "I'm sorry." Like, bro, that show is so hard.
You still sick of my time or two?
Nah, I don't never do that, bro.
Sorry.
Nah, like that's. I tell you, right, man. That's one thing about me. I've been jumped so many times. I've had people. I've only lost 2 fights, one-on-one fights in my life. 3 technically, but 2 of those 3 people tell me you can't consider that a loss because I was like but I consider it losses. It is what it is. I lost the fight. It's fine. I got my ass whooped square up once. Like, dude handed me my ass. But I've been jumped so many times, bro, and I've been like disrespected like that. Like, I don't do that, bro. Like, if I'm banging with you, if you hit the ground and I jump on top of you and I keep fucking you cross some lines, bro. That means that means that you cross some fucking lines, bro. Like, if it's a square fade, one-on-one, we just throwing hands, bro. Like, we just, got a difference of opinion or something like that, or whatever the case may be. If you hit the ground, bro, I'm just going to back up. I'm going to let you get up.
It's not like you're in the MMA.
Yeah, nah, I'm going to let you get up. Nah, let's bang. Because I like to bang, bro. So, like, it's whatever. I'll let you get up. I'd rather, because to me, like, if this is what's going down, we're going to bang. Whenever I say, bitch, I whooped your ass, I want it to be confirmed. I let you get up, bitch. I let you get up. I let you square back up, and I beat your ass again, bro. And if you beat my ass, I'm going to tell the same story. Hey, that dude whooped my motherfucking ass, bro.
See,
I give you that opportunity.
I like to think that one time that we squared up, it was pretty.
We've never squared up.
That backyard brawl once.
That was playful.
It was definitely playful.
Yeah, that's different. That's not squaring up.
It was pretty equal.
That's not squaring up.
Either way, you've knocked me out 3 times since then, but each time it was because I wasn't expecting it.
Whoa. I've never.
Twice.
What?
You knocked me out at least once.
I've knocked you out once.
All right.
That I know of, and you deserved it.
Yeah, but I didn't defend myself because.
Yeah, you did. You did.
No, I talk shit.
You spit on me, bitch. The difference is, all right, this is the thing. I've been in a fight with a few of my friends. And if I love you, bro, I'll never hit you with 100% unless you have to cross line. Like, you fuck with my children or something. Then you're not going to be able to stop me. But genuine, like, especially like when we throw gloves on, we're just fucking around in the backyard. Listen, I'm only, like, at the most, I'm going to give you 20%. I'm not going to hit you. Like, that's disrespectful. Even in those moments, that one time, I don't know where the fuck you're getting 3 times from. I only knocked.
I feel like it was more than just one night.
Nah, I knocked you out I knocked you clean out
I know you
one
knocked me out
time.
when I was on the bike the one time.
Yeah, and even that, I gave you like 60%. I cannot hit you. If I hit you with everything, it hurt my soul,
that
bro.
One time I was talking shit, I might have spit on you because.
No, you direct the one. I've only knocked you out once, bro.
Yeah, but
and you direct. No, you went. Because I told you you're not like, you were drunk as fuck, and I was like, bro, you're not. And well, let's hold on. If we're gonna talk about this, let's talk about it. You and my wife was sitting on the back porch of my house. We was all chilling and talking. You were shit faced, and you got an attitude about something. Nobody gave a fuck. We were all still laughing, and then you got up and just walked out, and I didn't think nothing of it. And me and my wife, I thought you were using the restroom or something. Me and my wife, and I heard your bike crank up. And I was like, this motherfucker. And I ran out the side gate, bro, and you were one leg up on the bike, and I snatched you off that motherfucker and threw you on the ground. And you were like, what the fuck? And I was like, bro, you're not getting on that bike. And you were like, oh, yeah? Watch me. And you swung at me, and I ducked it. I dodged that shit. And I was like, Chris, calm the fuck down, bro. And that's when you went, and I was like, okay, rah! And you went,
So I don't think I remember anything past being on the
then
backboard.
my neighbors seen it happen and came down, and two dudes that I never even met before, they were having a house party, came down to my house. 4 dudes came down to my house. 2 of them helped me carry you inside, and we put you in my guest bedroom, and the other 2 hid your bike behind my shed. You're not leaving, bro. And you got like 2 hours later, you woke up and you're like, fuck you, I'm still leaving. I was like, hey, you can walk wherever you want to, bro. I don't care. You're not getting on that motherfucker. You're like, where's my bike? I was like, I don't know. I got stolen, buddy. And then like a day or 2 later, you called me and you're like, so, yeah, you got my bike though, right? I do have your bike, sir.
I think I got it the next morning. I think I did get it the next morning.
It was the afternoon.
It was the morning. So
No, it was not.
it might have been the afternoon.
It was.
I think it was a weekend.
Way.
It was the afternoon.
It was late
Yeah.
in the afternoon, because you called me and you're
You were
like,
still working though. It was
nah.
It was during the day. I know that.
That shit happened like a Saturday. It was the next day. It was like a Sunday. You came late because you called me in the afternoon. And you're like, man, I don't know what happened to my bike. And I'm like, yeah, I have it, bitch. And you're like,
Yeah, I think I started walking. And
Oh, you
my
did.
girl-
You
my
walked.
girlfriend at the
You
time
woke
picked
up and
me
walked off. Yeah. You were like, I'm still leaving. And that's why I was like, I don't care if you leave, bro. You're just not hopping on a motorcycle. You can't stand up. You dropped that bitch like a couple
And
times.
like I said before, I appreciate you for that. I probably would have died then.
I know you would have. And it wasn't gonna happen on my watch because I love you,
I don't even remember.
man.
But
I don't love many
The only
people.
times I've ever been knocked out is because I was trying to get on my motorcycle drunk.
I've never been knocked out. I've been hit.
Uh,
There's a couple times I
Twice I've
should have
been
been knocked
knocked
out, but I've never been knocked out, bro.
And the one time it was only because it was me versus like 6 motherfuckers, but I was a little more coherent. Like I was ready to fight that night.
Yeah.
Unlike with you, I
Well,
wasn't expecting. I guess
were-
I spit on you and I threw a punch at you, so I should have been expecting it. I
Should have
probably
been.
was in the moment, but
I gave you so many chances that night.
I'm sure you did.
I did. More than I'd give anybody else. Listen, first time anybody else swings on me, bitch, you're going to sleep. You swung on me like 4 or 5 times, to be honest. Like between this, I explained it like it was like this, and it wasn't. It was like a whole interaction. Because you kept going, and I was like, Chris, stop it.
I believe it. I get a little.
'Cause I
little
wasn't
hard-headed
drunk.
when I drink sometimes. I feel like we were on mushrooms that night too.
No, I would never fight on mushrooms. Maybe
There was
Maybe
something else
ecstasy.
other than alcohol
Ecstasy.
that night. Yeah,
that was like 10 years ago, so.
yeah, it was quite some time ago.
Yeah, we were young, wild, and free.
And that song was actually a song we probably jammed most of the time.
Probably not. I hate that song. I hate that fucking song.
I think it came on at least twice.
Not at
when
my
we were
house.
Together.
Maybe on the radio.
I think it did.
On the radio. Probably in the work truck when we didn't have a choice but to listen to the radio.
That might have been.
And on my
possible.
truck 17, it was stuck on one station. So, like, whatever's happening, bro. Like, all right, that's what we're listening to. All right. Hey, listen. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
Who
up.
the fuck are you?
Who
to
the
tell
fuck
me
are
to
you
shut the
talking to,
fuck
you
up,
fucking
you
bastard?
Fucking faggot. What the
Whoa.
fuck is
Whoa!
wrong with you,
can't say those
motherfucker?
words, bro. You
Hey, I
faggot.
can say what I want to who the fuck I want to say it to. If you got a problem with that, you can fucking take it up with the chief, huh? Who's the fucking chief? I don't fucking know, but you
John
can take it up with that
motherfucking Mills.
motherfucker right there and see what the fuck is going on, huh?
Chris had too much to drink.
Hey, that might.
Tony Wheat. That's Tony Wheat talking. That's not Chris, by the way, folks. I always introduce him as Tony Wee, and you guys might not know it, but this here is 3 drinks in. That's Tony Wee. If you get 6 drinks, you'll meet Can't Dance Chris.
Hey, Can't Dance Chris, where you at? Hey, no, that might be a true statement though. Now I'm thinking about it.
It's fucking true. We can bring people on that'll confirm it.
Hey, give me a few more drinks. I'll be up here like, hey.
No.
No, I probably won't be like that. I'll be a little more.
It's not as coordinated.
I don't feel like that was very coordinated.
Hey, it gets worse. Trust me. All right. But, hey, this has been a good one. I think we need to close this one out.
Wow.
Good night, motherfuckers.
I'm still gonna finish this drink and that cigar.
Fuck yeah, we're going to finish this shit, but not with you guys. Love you.